Callaway have pitched their new Rogue driver as an updated, even more forgiving alternative to Epic. But is it? And should you upgrade? Let me handle this. Now 2017 was an epic year for Callaway in every way, with jailbreak and sliding weights in their Epic driver, which was a massive success on tour and at retail. But what Callaway have done in 2018 is to place the Rogue alongside the Epic and to highlight the differences. Well, differences, that's always a good place to start. First up, the jailbreak bars have been re-engineered in the Rogue, made 25% lighter, made thicker top and bottom to brace that face a little bit more efficiently and increase ball speed, say Callaway. The triaxial carbon crown in the Rogue has also been on a 10-gram diet, and the face is even a shade thinner. But the big difference between the Rogue and the Epic, however, is on the sole. There is no sliding weight track in the Rogue, so the sole is back to being titanium as opposed to being carbon in the Epic to house that weight track. Now that allows the sole of the Rogue to be much bigger and more stretched back than the Epic. They're both 460cc heads, but with the face of the Rogue shallowed down, it has an appreciably bigger footprint than the Epic. You'd much rather be on a transatlantic flight with the Epic sat next to you rather than the Rogue stealing your armrests, if you get the analogy. So the Rogue has a much larger head, and that's key to its claim about forgiveness. If there's one thing that is indisputable in our nerdy equipment world, it is that the shape results in a higher moment of inertia or desire to stay square during the strike. More square looking means more square striking. Nike taught us that, even if their drivers were hideous. Plus, the sliding weight being taken out of the Rogue means that the weight can be repositioned to effect forgiveness. Now, Callaway say the moment of inertia of the Rogue is 7.5% up on the Epic, and I would believe them. All of which makes you now see why the Rogue and Epic sit alongside each other as alternatives. If you like smaller, more compact looking head, and you want to be able to adjust your club, then Epic is your huckleberry. And if you want a bigger looking, more forgiving driver with a lower centre of gravity, choose Rogue. It's more adjustability versus forgiveness than a question of distance. But before we finish this debate, a word too on the Rogue fairways and hybrids, because these also feature jailbreak technology for the very first time, and that is important because jailbreak means the Rogue fairway has a much higher ball speed off the face than the Epic equivalent, and because it launches lower and with more spin means it's much more forgiving. Same goes for the Rogue hybrid, which is bigger, taller and much longer than its Epic equivalent thanks to jailbreak, meaning that altogether as a family of driver, fairway and hybrid, Rogue might be just the most formidable set of woods Callaway have ever produced. Now watch out too for our Rogue preview video along with its Sub-Zero and Draw versions coming soon on the Golfbidder YouTube channel, and stay up to date with the very latest on Golfbidder Facebook and Twitter. Now if you like these videos, please give us a thumbs up below and please subscribe. But for me for now, it's Donal out.